Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Manning Field on a cloudy, drizzly, damp night. St. Mary's taking on Bishop Feehan, the Shamrocks against the Spartans. St. Mary's 11-3-1. The Shamrocks of Bishop Feehan 10-3-3. Jacob Garino in net for St. Mary's. Lyndon Lepucky in net for Feehan. Feehan in the white, St. Mary's in their blue and gold. And we got a couple of headers right off the bat. Feehan is obviously good at 10-3-3. Their girls team, undefeated. They've only given up 2 goals all year. And St. Mary's looks to knock it deep. It gets deflected to the far side. Feehan knocks it back the other way. It got headed away by McCarron. Feehan tried to get it. Knocked away. Wood knocks it up and knocks it out. Guthrie throws it in, and then Guthrie finally gets it back, and he reaches between 2 St. Mary's players and knocks it out. Maloney with the throw-in, and they were trying to let it go out of play, and they finally had to kick it back to get possession. Feehan. Now they kick it and it goes way out of play over to the far side. This is a 5:30 start. They were supposed to play at 4 o'clock. And they lucked out both times because the rain's supposed to come hard later. It was raining off and on. The rain has stopped now. And the weather is not that bad. Feehan has it taken away. St. Mary's knocks it away. And gains control again. And St. Mary's battling, takes it away. Down the near side, pushing it ahead. And they'll let it go out of play. They tip it ahead. Lepucky just came out. They pushed it to the near side. St. Mary's just step and a half, 2 steps short of getting that and banging it home. Lepucky just came out and took it away. I think that was Jackson coming in, looking for the pass. Feehan takes it back the other way. They knock it deep down the near side with a break. Looking to walk in. Could have taken the shot. They didn't. They tried to center it. St. Mary's picked it off and knocked it out. He beat the defense. He was set up at the 5-yard line, but he wanted to get it to the middle. And when he tried to, St. Mary's knocked it away. Well, St. Mary's, Garino will get to kick it away. Strange happenings here at Manning Field. This is the only game. Maloney kicks it away. Kept in by Feehan. And he pushed it too far. It's going to go out of play. And Maroney again will put it in play. Wood banged it off Feehan and out off Guthrie. It rolls all the way in. Carino will kick it away. Feehan takes it away. Bouncing around, everybody trying to get control. Samir's got a piece. Pops straight up in the air. Off a couple of heads. Cornell finally pushes it upfield, and it goes out off Feehan. Maroney will put it in play. And Cornell will kick it all the way back to Garino. He gets it back, and Cornell will kick it deep. Feehan hits it high in the air, back the other way. It skips past, and here's Maroney kicking it a mile up in the air. Garcia looking for it. It goes out. Off Feehan. Feehan picks off the pass. Bouncing around off of Feehan head. St. Mary's knocks it way back upfield. St. Mary's gets it, and Feehan takes it away. Well, ball's been in the St. Mary's end most of the time, but not with any damage done. They haven't come close to getting a shot on net. They haven't got inside the 10 or 15 yard line, hardly at all, if at all. Cornell heads it away. They boot it past. Feehan takes it away. St. Mary's battling. Bodies go down. St. Mary's winds up with it, pushing it up. They knock it deep down the far side. St. Mary's trying to get there. They get there to keep it in, and it goes out off St. Mary's. They got there, but they pushed it a little too far ahead and couldn't go get it, and it went out of play. Shane McCarron is the head coach for St. Mary's. I can't tell you the head coach for Feehan because they didn't. Yes, I can. I thought they didn't put it on the roster, but Mike Paraso is the coach for Feehan. St. Mary's will get the throw in down deep. It's about as deep as they've been. Feehan boots it high and away. Gets by Cornell. Gives a little over-the-shoulder kick. Pushes it back up. It was going out. St. Mary's trying to keep it in. They couldn't. Feehan will take it just next to their bench. And we got a whistle. off St. Mary's out of play. Feehan will get the throw in down deep. Still feeling each other out. He threw that a long way. Headed away by St. Mary's. Feehan heads it back. It's popped up in the air. He's got a foot on it, knocked it away. Feehan got the shot off. Carino had to make the save. It kept popping around. It finally landed on the foot of Feehan, and they drilled it right at the post. Carino held the post and made the save and kicked it away. That's the first legitimate chance by either team. And that goes out on St. Mary's. St. Mary's takes it away. Wood tried to tip it by. Feehan picked it off. They get it to the middle of the field. And they kind of push it down that far side. They push it deep, but there's nobody there except St. Mary's. And Maroney picks it off and knocks it back upfield. Feehan had it, overran it. Popped back up. They missed the header. St. Mary's will wind up down deep again with it. And they try to knock it upfield, and they knock it into the St. Mary's bench area. Gets around. Feehan takes it away. And then Feehan knocks it out. So back and forth we go. St. Mary's got a little side saddle sweep, hook, bump. They took St. Mary's player down at the 30-yard line. They'll get a free kick. That might have been Miller. Carino will take it from just outside the 30-yard line. He ain't got a head on it. And they got another head on it and knocked it into the Feehan bench area. Both these teams will be going to the state tournament. Garcia stepped in, knocked it away. Feehan gets it back. The question is, will they be getting a home game or will they be on the road? If they're on the road, they could be anywhere. Down the near side to Wood. Pushes it ahead. Deep as St. Mary's has been. They throw it out in front. They got a head on it and knocked it over the net. I think that was Miller. Sitting right out in front. And came across. And he got under it just enough to tip it over the net and out of play. So it's still 0-0 here at Manning Field. Catholic Central League boys soccer. Reaching around, Wood got a foot on it around the defender. All he could do was pop it up, and the goaltender, Lepupke, came out to pick it off. St. Mary's couldn't save it. It went into the St. Mary's bench area. And I thought it was off St. Mary's because they were trying to save it, but St. Mary's got the throw in. Feehan tips it to the middle. From long range, they kick that little ground ball. Garino will field it easily. And he boots it away. St. Mary's trying to knock it deep. Feehan knocked it away. He just saved it before it went into the Feehan bench area. And then Feehan knocked it out. Feehan trying to bang it upfield. They banged it off Miller. And went out of play. And Feehan will make a bunch of changes. 4 different players. It skips past. Feehan gets there first. St. Mary's takes it away, overran it. But they come up with it. Down the near side, Feehan will kick it out. It goes off St. Mary's. They had Cornell in there with his height to try and get ahead on that kick. And it went off St. Mary's out of play, and Feehan will kick it away. They get it back to Garino. And he boots it upfield. Skips past everybody. St. Mary's looking to get it. Feehan takes it away. They try to kick it upfield. They fanned on it. Feehan gets it back. They couldn't get the shot off because the ball was bouncing around. They couldn't get control of the ball to get a shot off. And now the ball goes out. Sliding to try and get it was Feehan. Garino will kick it away. Out off St. Mary's. Off Feehan into St. Mary's bench area. So back and forth we go. That one opportunity for Feehan that Garino made the save on is the only scoring chance either team has had as St. Mary's gets knocked down. Halfway through and counting the scoreless first half. And Mary's took it away. And Feehan knocks it back. It went out. St. Mary's with the throw-in. Headed upfield. Feehan knocks it back. A header by St. Mary's. St. Mary's tried to pump it to the middle and then kicked it into the Feehan bench area for the throw-in. They knock it deep, headed away by Feehan. Headed away again by Feehan. Trying to knock it down the far side. Feehan takes it away. And they knock it deep. And he tried to knock it deep again, but they knocked it out off St. Mary's. It deflected off St. Mary's. Feehan winds up with it. Battling for it. Feehan takes it away. Still battling. Everybody get bumping, banging. And they knock it deep. Headed away nicely by Maroney. St. Mary's knocks it deep. But the defense is there to knock it away. Cornell sliding out. It got blocked off him, but he kept them away from a break. They try to flip it in the middle. They chip it to the far side or the near side. And St. Mary's going to get called for knocking Feehan down. We got our first free kick coming from just outside the 15-yard line at a little bit of an angle. They knocked it just over the top crossbar. Almost a perfect kick by Jimmy Facey, or Fassi. I'll say it both ways, hope I get it right once. F-A-S-Y. He didn't miss by much. That was over Garino's head, and it just went over the top crossbar. So Feehan has had the only two chances to put the ball in the net so far. St. Mary's hasn't come close. Right in front of the Feehan bench. Trying to get it to the net. St. Mary's collected the pass but couldn't get the shot off. Now it just got tipped away and the defense will clear it away. Garcia tried to keep it in. Feehan knocked it out. Hop in the air. Defense will clear it. It was on its way to the net. The Pukey was coming out. should say Lepucky. Right in the middle of the action. I'm looking to see who it is. St. Mary's played, he had two shirts on, a game shirt and a shirt under it. He pulled the shirt off from underneath and was trying to put his shirt back on at the same time that the game was going on. Wood gets around, chips it out, got to the net. Miller was looking for it. The defense just knocked it away, and he knocked it away again. And we're going to whistle. I don't know if somebody hit it with their hand or their arm, but I think St. Mary's going to get a free kick. So St. Mary's will have their first opportunity. Coming from the 25-yard line. Just about dead center. Feehan sets up that picket fence. They drill it by. It got tipped, and the defense saved the day. They drilled it right through the picket fence, and it hit somebody out in front. The pucky was going to the far post to look for it. It got deflected to the near post. It looked like it might be bouncing in, and the defense saved the day as they came over and knocked it away before it got even close to the net. That was a rocket that went right through the picket fence, and it got deflected away from the goalie, and the defense was able to knock it away. It might have gone wide right, might have gone inside the near post, but before it got close, just about when it was crossing the goal line, and there's a header going in the net. They threw it across, and St. Mary's got a header on it. Nick Miller, he's been getting a lot of goals for St. Mary's this year. He was in the right place at the right time. He just was able to nudge it and knock it by. And the first real chance that St. Mary's gets, they knock it home. They couldn't come close for a while. Wood knocks it deep. St. Mary's couldn't collect. Feehan will knock it out. It's being a Monday evening, right around supper time start. There's a decent little crowd here, especially with the weather threatening to maybe all of a sudden start pouring. They get the kick away. It sails, hooks, slices, wide left and out of play. So Feehan kept the ball, and St. Mary's end more often than not. St. Mary's didn't really threaten when he got it in the Feehan end. They had that one free kick from the 25. It was deflected wide and knocked away by the defense. Then they get the throw in, and right out in front, Miller is in a perfect position to deflect it in. He's knocking it deep down the far side. Nobody there except Feehan. And they knock it out. Somebody's fanned on it. Feehan takes it away. They knock it deep down the near side. Scurrying as Garcia gets there first. Feehan tipped it by him. I thought I thought maybe the official missed the call. He looked like he was pointing towards Feehan, but he was pointing toward the kick coming over with Garino. As Feehan just stuck a foot, all he could do was stick a foot in front of Garcia and tip it away. Ten minutes and counting left in this first half. Miller with it. Brings it all the way over across to the near side from the far side. He throws it out in front, a little too far ahead for the intended receiver. Feehan knocks it out. Miller came clear across field and then got the return pass and then tried to center it. Battle going on. Wood trying to get around. Trying to throw it out in front. Miller was there but got blocked. St. Mary's got it and knocked it over the net. I think that was Jackson. Miller was trying to get a piece of it. He got blocked by the defender. And then it popped right back to St. Mary's, and they had a clear shot, and he knocked it over the top crossbar. Didn't miss by much, but enough to keep it 1-0. That would have been a huge goal. St. Mary's has picked it up a little bit. Considering they couldn't get anywhere near the net for most of this half. Feehan knocks it deep. It's a foot race. Feehan's going to get there first. Garino came out of the net, couldn't get it, and they're going to knock it home. They knocked it deep. The foot race was won. Garino came out, and just before we could get it, just before Garino could get there, sticking his foot in front, it was Theo Stamatel. He just reached in with his foot, tipped it away, and everybody watched the ball roll right into the open net. Garino came way out trying to get that. And Stamatel just got there, step and a half ahead of him, and just kicked it right by him. And the net was wide open and just rolled into that Grand Canyon. And just like that, it's 1-1. So St. Mary's had two chances where they were trying to make it 2-0. Instead, it becomes 1-1. McCarron is there to knock that away. Down the near side, Wood kicks it ahead. St. Mary's trying to center it. Miller went high in the air to try to get a foot, and he wound up going flat on the turf. Wasn't from lack of effort he didn't get that pass. St. Mary's just got a piece of that. Feehan knocked it away, blocked by St. Mary's. They knock it to the near side. Wood trying to get there and center it. Feehan, I don't think they liked the call. They thought St. Mary's knocked it out, but they're giving it to St. Mary's for the corner kick. just kicked away. It bounced off a couple of bodies. The goalie reaching for it couldn't get it, and the defenseman knocked it away. Lepucky was reaching for it. It looked like it was going to go, just as it got to the goal line, the defender sitting in the box booted it away. St. Mary's came that close to getting the lead back off that corner kick. It might have even gone off a Feehan boy. There were amazed at people out in front. It popped loose. It looked like it was just going to roll in. And the defense got a piece of it. And now Lepucky will come out and pick off that high pop-up. And he'll kick it away. Gets it well past midfield, headed away by Maroney. Deep downfield. Feehan getting around, trying to center it. Feehan took it away. Keeping it in. Now they're saying it went out. Five minutes and counting left in this 1-1 game. And they actually called contact against Feehan, so Carino's going to get to kick it away. And he boots it just past midfield, headed further. Cornell winds up with it, pushes it ahead. McCarron gets it back and just backpedals it to Garino. He gets it to Maroney. Feehan took it away. Trying to center it. It took a big hop. They couldn't get the shot off. Now they take the shot. It went wide left. They did a great job taking it away. They threw it out in front. They were lined up for the shot, but it took a big hop and they couldn't get the ball settled to take the shot. And when they finally did, they pushed it wide left. So Feehan all around the net again. Scarino boots it away. Pops straight up in the air. St. Mary's coming away with it. Maroney with it. Trying to pop it to the middle. It got picked off. St. Mary's winds up with it. Looking to walk in. They try to take the shot. Feehan blocked it. Down that far side. St. Mary's center it. They got a foot on it. And Lepucky just came out, dove on it, and with a blue shirt leaning all over him. Knocked deep. They'll let Carino go get it. And he'll kick it away. High, just past midfield, headed by St. Mary's further. They come away with it. Feehan blocked the pass. St. Mary's gets it back. Pops straight up in the air, off a couple of bodies. St. Mary's battling. Cornell backing up. Knocks it to the far side. St. Mary's gets there and keeps it in. Pushes it down that far side. Miller broken up. 2 minutes and counting. The clock is off. One the score. headed away by Cornell. They give it back to Maroney. And he boots it upfield. Feehan picks it off. Just knocked away. And it goes out off St. Mary's. And it goes out off Feehan. Punch down the far side. Maroney gets there and knocks it away. Feehan keeps it in. They punch it, headed away by Feehan, but they headed it upfield rather than toward the net. And St. Mary's will clear it away. And they blow the whistle. That's going to be the half. So St. Mary's got on the board with a pretty deflection by Miller. And then tremendous hustle by Theo Stamatel. He hustled downfield, beat the defense to the ball. As Garino was coming out to get it, he reached just out in front of Garino and just barely touched it. But Garino was out around the 10-yard line. And the ball everybody just watched the ball roll into the open net from 10 yards away. And that was the tying goal. So we started the first half even. We ended the first half even. St. Mary's won, Bishop Feehan won at the end of one. Welcome back to Manning Field as we're set to start the second half. 1-1 the score. Nick Miller gives St. Mary's the 1-0 lead. And then it was Theo Stamatel that tied it up late on a hustle goal. He just beat the defense to the ball. When Garino came way out to the 10-yard line to try and grab it, he tipped it by him and he just rolled it right into the wide open net. I'm looking at the Bishop Feehan roster. I'm saying they're from everywhere. They're from Seacourt. They're from Attleboro. One is from out of state, Providence, Plainville, Rehoboth, Attleboro, North Attleboro, Walpole, Foxborough, Norton, Plainville. They get it to the net. Miller right there in the face of the goaltender, Lepucky. St. Mary's at one end, Feehan at the other, trying to break the 1-1 tie. Yeah, we'll get their first corner kick coming from the far side. They kicked a little ground ball. St. Mary's was able to get a piece of it and knock it away. And now they knock it deep, looking for a break. Miller, just a couple of steps. Defense got there first. He was looking to tip it by and maybe go for a break. And now sliding and knocking out. Feehan defense. St. Mary's will get the throw in down deep. Blocked right to St. Mary's. They tip it to the far side, trying to throw it out in front. St. Mary's got a foot on it, but they deflected it away from the net. And then they couldn't get their foot on it. Jackson couldn't get a foot on it to get the shot to the net. And then the battle going on, St. Mary's knocked somebody down. But that came out in front. And they got their foot up almost waist high, but deflected away. And then St. Mary's couldn't get the ball on the net. Out in front. Nope. Akandi was there, but the pass was way behind him, and Feehan kicks it out. The Shamrocks of Feehan knocks it deep. Garino will come out and play it. Bishop Stang and Bishop Feehan were two teams that expanded to Catholic Central League. Those are long trips to make. St. Mary's has to go once to each place. Feehan and Stang have to come here twice, once for St. Mary's, once for Fenwick. They came in the league, I think, a couple of years ago. Made a deeper, stronger league, but it made for some tough travel. As it is, you got Archbishop Williams is a trip and a half. Spellman is a trip also. So you put on a lot of, St. Mary's puts on a frequent flyer miles with the teams they have to travel to. Cornell knocks it up. Feehan picks it off and knocks it back. St. Mary's picks it off and knocks it back. And they knock it deep. And Maroney shall let it go out of play. One. St. Mary's scored early. Fenwick scored late in the first half. And that's where we are now. And line shot right in the middle of the net. I think that was Jackson. And Landon Lapaki made the save. He was lucky. It was right in his midsection. It wasn't right or left. He's out. Wasn't an easy save. He still had to make it, but it was lucky in the sense that it didn't go right or left. He didn't have to go right or left. He just had to stand there and watch the ball come right into his midsection. Feehan controlling it in the St. Mary's end. They tip it up. Feehan got a head on it. Cornell gets a head on it and knocks it away. Feehan trying to keep it in. It's Maroney finally knocks it away. They're all around the net. Feehan couldn't get a piece of it. They knock it deep. Fenwick picks it away and takes it right back to the St. Mary's end. Coming to the middle. Can't get the shot off. Broken up nicely. St. Mary's just broke it up. That might have been Weber. Couple of heads, gets it in play. St. Mary's knocks it upfield. Somehow they got that pass through to Miller. Down the far side, cutting it back. They got a head on it. Miller got a head on it at about the 5-yard line. He just kind of pushed it right to the net, and Lepucky was able to grab it and hold on. Maroney just popped that straight up in the air. Feehan heads it back. They fanned on the shot. Now they tip it back toward their own net. They knock it deep. They knock it too deep. It's going to go out of play. Fenwick trying to help them out. They headed it and then kicked it back toward their own net. Well, then St. Mary's helped out pushing it out of play. As Feehan makes wholesale changes yet again. 10 minutes into the second half, 1-1. Catholic Central League boys soccer. They blew the whistle, contact against St. Mary's. Howard keeps it alive, looking for the shot, then they call him offside. Just as he was lining up to take a shot on net, they blew the whistle for the offside. They push it ahead. Maroney's here to knock it away. Cornell picked it off. Feehan heads it away. And Feehan knocked it out. Solis knocks it up in the air, coming out right about to the 1 yard line. Lepucky grabbed it and held on. That would just get a piece and slid it ahead. And he banged it out off St. Mary's. Feehan will make a couple of substitutions. We got a free kick for Feehan coming. Just inside the 20-yard line from an angle from the near side. Samiri's got a head on it, but knocked it towards the net. Feehan got a piece, but it was bouncing, and they couldn't get a clear shot. They got it around knee-high and banged it off Cornell, and it went out of play, and Feehan will get a corner kick. Cornell got a head on it and knocked it away. And St. Mary's knocks it further. St. Mary's knocked it out into the Feehan bench area. "15 minutes in to this second half, 1-1 the score, all the scoring in the first half. Cornell knocked it down and kicks it away. St. Mary's trying to control. They lost it out of play. I think that was Gomez. Tipped away. St. Mary's takes it away. Kept it in. And it was Weber. They knocked out off Feehan. They bang it out. Looked like they banged it off Feehan. They're calling it off St. Mary's. Now they change it. We have the female official. We have a female and a male. I mentioned that we don't very often have females. Bill almost got around. Feehan just knocked it away as he was getting by. Miller trying to keep it alive. Feehan knocks it deep. It kind of bounced crazy. The line shot, looked like it was going to go all the way upfield. It kind of bounced. It was spinning. It just bounced and flipped to the left side. Out in front. And they knocked it over the net. Lepucky knocked it down. He knocked it away, and they were standing right at the goal on St. Mary's with a wide open net. I think it was Jackson. and he knocked it over the net. Kick from long range. Lepaki blocked it, but gave the rebound. And he knocked it over the net. Feehan knocked it out. St. Mary's quickly with the throw-in. They missed it, and it's going to go out of play. Well, a substitution for Feehan. St. Mary's hasn't made that many subs. St. Mary's trying to keep it in. They hustle, they do. They knock it out in front, sliding. Lepaki grabbed it and held on. And that was Miller bearing down on him. Feehan collects. They try to knock it deep. It got deflected and deflected again. Cornell ran back and got it, pushed it upfield. St. Mary's knocks it deep. It deflects off Feehan. Couple of heads, knocks it back towards midfield. Feehan trying to knock it deep. It's a foot race. Blocked by Garino. A great play. He came out of the net and blocked the shot. Now the shot goes up wide right and out of play. They got by. They had the ball. They had an open net. Garino came out and just smothered the shot. Great play by Garino. They got it back and they kicked it up wide right and out of play. And as we get just past the halfway mark of the second half, that keeps it 1-1 on a great play by Jacob Garino. He's been outstanding in net. He's got 7 shutouts. Almost half the games have been shutouts. Cornell kicked that away. St. Mary's kicks it further, and they kick it out of play. Blocked it right to St. Mary's. They kick it deep. Feehan picked off the pass and takes it back to the St. Mary's end. Deflected to the middle. Garcia knocks it away. Feehan tried to lead pass. Garcia picked it off nicely and boots it back the other way. Miller looking for it. Miller tips it to the far side. St. Mary's in the Feehan end. Back and forth we go. Feehan knocked it out. St. Mary's will get the throw-in. Tipped away. Feehan knocks it out again. The throw will come a little deeper. Trying to knock it to the net. I think they call St. Mary's offside anyway. Lepaki went as high as he could go and just grabbed that. Was right in the middle of the net going in, but I think they called Miller offside. He trying to knock it deep, sliding and knocking away was Garcia, but it stopped the play, but Feehan almost got it back. Garcia now with a rush. Feehan takes it away. And they knock it deep. St. Mary's got a head on it. And here's Maroney knocking it away. Feehan takes it away. And then Feehan knocks it out to the St. Mary's bench area. It got tipped, and luckily for Feehan, it got tipped wide. It went off a Feehan player, and it got tipped wide and out of play. There was nobody in the net. Lepaki came out to catch it. Feehan tipped it away, and luckily for them, it went wide left. St. Mary's will get a corner kick coming from the near side. They knock it in. It's Cornell. Lepaki went out to get it. It slipped by him, and Cornell knocked it home. So the corner kick was right on the money. Lepaki came out to get it. It slipped right off his fingertips, and sitting right at the right post, the far post, was Cornell, and all he had to do was just touch it and just kind of twinkle it in and push it in. And St. Mary's has got their 1-goal lead back with 15 minutes left and counting. Huge goal by Cade Cornell. St. Mary's. They fake it. They drop it out in front. They take the shot. It went wide left. They got it set up perfectly, but they took the shot and knocked it wide left. Miller knocked it back. They knock it to the middle. It went off a foot. Bouncing around. St. Mary's trying to get control. They finally do. Knock to the middle. They line up the shot and just knocked it over the top crossbar. Well, St. Mary's has certainly picked it up since halfway through that first half. headed back. Miller got a head on it, tips it. They take the shot. Again, just high and wide. It's become a shooting gallery for St. Mary's. And with 12 and a half minutes left in the game, St. Mary's got their 1-goal lead back. They lead it 2-1. We're going to timeout down in the field. He and Coach Mike Parasol want to have a discussion. With his troops. Pop straight up in the air. That's a mile up in the air. We already have rain. We don't need any more. They went up to get it. They knocked St. Mary's down. St. Mary's will get the free kick. So a perfect corner kick just off the fingertips of the goaltender, skidded by, and sitting right on the far post was Cade Cornell, and all he had to do was just get a foot on it, just tip it. And that's the difference in the game right now. Bodies go down. I think it's going to be against St. Mary's. I've been told there's no place that I've seen standings in any of the leagues. Salem News, they put high scorers, they put the standings of the leagues. The item doesn't do that. Feehan looking to get a shot off, can't. Now they do, and they tip it home. From long range, the tip. So just like that, Zach Casey, only a sophomore. So both number 15s for each team get a goal in the second half, and we're tied again. St. Mary's broke the tie. They were just about 11 minutes away from a win. And now Feehan on that kick from the far side, out in front, and just redirected and knocked home. And both times Feehan has come from a goal down to tie it. And I was just told prior to their goal that if St. Mary's won this game, they were going to win the Catholic Central League. The girls are playing at Bishop Feehan, and at halftime it was 0-0, and that's almost like a win for St. Mary's, because Bishop Feehan is the cream of the crop in the entire state. They've only given up like 2 goals all year. They crunched St. Mary's here at Manning Field. It was like 7 or 8-0, and it could, and they took it easy at the end. They played their entire bench most of the second half. It could have been worse. They are that good. They bang it off St. Mary's out of play. So St. Mary's looked like they were sitting pretty with that goal by Cornell, and then all of a sudden, bang, Feehan tied it. Miller got a head on it. He just got a head on that pass, slowed it down, and now St. Mary's Maroney knocks it away. Deep downfield, down that far side. Trying to knock it to the net. Defense knocked it away. Bouncing ball. Feehan gets control. Trying to knock it deep. It got blocked to the near side. Garcia got a piece of it. Broken up. Sol is carrying it down. His pass got picked off. Feehan coming back. St. Mary's down the far side. Trying to get around. Can't. Yeah, it went out off St. Mary's. Substitution for Feehan. St. Mary's trying to get back on the win column. They played here noontime Saturday and got shut out by Watertown. Miller trying to get around, pushing it down. Lost it out of bounds. Skips past. Solis gives it back to Weber. Trying to get it to the far side. That's a tough pass to make. St. Mary's took it away. Feehan sliding, knocked it into the St. Mary's bench area. And they knock it deep. Garcia got a head on it, but now it's blocked back towards the net. McCarron got there and knocked it away. St. Mary's almost gave one away, or almost gave a breakaway away. You have to push it all the way back. They get it upfield. Pop to the far side. Feehan knocked it away. And pushing it down back in the St. Mary's end. Tipped away. St. Mary's winds up with it. Down that far side. They center it, and they couldn't get the shot off. Miller went off the side of his foot. He was full tilt going to the ball. It was bouncing away from him, spinning away. He reached for it, and all he could do was just push it wide right. So the scoreboard clock will be shut off with 5 minutes and counting left. Looking for a break. Feehan pushing it ahead. Carino will slide all the way out past the 5-yard line. Grab it, and he'll throw it over to Maroney, who kicks it out of play. Pushing it down deep. It got blocked. St. Mary's will kick it away. Feehan keeping it in. Pops up. Knocked away. St. Mary's will clear it away and knock it out. And we had a player downfield that was down. I think that's why they blew the whistle, but he's up. And we'll get back to soccer as Feehan will put it in play. And they knock it out. So it'll be a long bus ride back for Feehan, but They might be thankful that they came back. They'd rather get a win. But they'll be very happy that they gave St. Mary's a 1-goal lead twice. Feehan looking to break in. Great job by Cornell. They passed it across. Feehan was wide open at the 10-yard line. Cornell picked off the pass and cleared it away. Great play by Cornell. Garcia looking for it. Pops it up. Feehan knocks it deep. Cornell got a head on it. Weber knocking it downfield. Headed back by Feehan. Maroney overran it. Feehan pushes it by. They've got it down deep. Sliding, they couldn't keep it. They throw it out in front. Blocked by Cornell again. Closing moments of the ball game, 2-2, as Feehan knocks it out. Blocked by Feehan. St. Mary's will get a corner kick. I have to admit, it's the first time I've seen both officials at the same end of the field. Usually one is like 90 miles away. The young lady's doing a nice job. Coming from the far side. They get up, out in front. It skipped past. Couldn't get the shot off. They had to try and line up the shot. It was bouncing. And by the time they got their foot on it, Feehan knocked it out. St. Mary's will get another corner kick, this one coming from the near side. It got knocked to the near post. The defender was standing there and he knocked it away again. It was right there laying out in front of the net. Nobody could find it. And when they finally did, it was the Feehan defender who just knocked it away. Well, St. Mary's came close on both corner kicks. And they blow the whistle, and that's going to do it. So Feehan is going to salvage a tie. They came back twice from St. Mary's 1-goal lead. St. Mary's scored late, just over 12 minutes left, and couldn't hold on. Fenwick scored on that perfect pass from the far side out in front that was knocked home by Zach Casey, and that tied it at 2. It was Nick Miller giving St. Mary's a 1-0 lead. And then it was followed by Theo Stamatel getting the goal to tie it. And then late, just over 12 minutes left, it was a corner kick, slipped off the goaltender's hand, right onto the foot of Cade Cornell, who knocked it home to give St. Mary's a 2-1 lead, and it looked like they were in pretty good shape. But then the last goal by Zach Casey, shortly after the goal that gave St. Mary's a 2-1 lead, he got one with 11 minutes left. St. Mary's had a couple of opportunities, a couple of corner kicks that the ball was laying in front of the net. Nobody could get a foot on it before the defender finally cleared it away. And it's tough for St. Mary's. They had 2 1-goal leads, couldn't hold on. Feehan stuck with a tie, but they're saying could have been worse. We were down 1 goal twice. So Feehan will go to 10-3-4. St. Mary's will go to 11-3-2, and it winds up a 2-2 tie in this Catholic Central League battle between Feehan and St. Mary's. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.